place we're taking you to is special.
Special, huh?
You'll see things there that you never imagined.
And one can only wonder where it all began.
We know that the island's been around for a long time because occasionally we will stumble upon the people who were here before.
Our very own Adam and Eve.
We find a ship in the middle of the jungle. How it got there, we don't know, but we know that it's from the 19th century.
We saw this foot of a giant statue that was by the water on part of the island.
It has 4 toes.
So the idea that there have been people coming to this island for many, many years, why has the island been drawing people to it all this time?
We're here.
Juliet's a doctor who lived in Miami, and she got recruited by the others. She thought she was going to work for a pharmaceutical company in Portland, Oregon, but in fact, she woke up on the island.
My name is Benjamin Linus. I'm really looking forward to working with you.
Juliet was recruited by the others because she was a fertility expert, and one of the problems that the others were having is that they couldn't have kids on this island.
I think it happens at conception. There's nothing I can do about it, at least not here.
Juliet, at a certain point, really becomes aware that Ben is manipulating her, and all she wants is to get off this island.
That's not our agreement. You need to stay here until your work is finished.
It's impossible. The mothers keep dying.
So Juliet left the others to join the survivors, seeing them as her best chance to get home.
You want to get off this island more than anything else in the world. Makes you one of us.
I want to know about your research.
Son,
What happens to pregnant women?
they all die.
Sun and Jin are from Korea. They're married. When we first meet them, we assume that Jin is this sort of domineering husband and she is the submissive wife. But as time goes by, we realize that Sun was having an affair. She's pregnant and she doesn't know if the baby is her husband's or this guy that she was having the affair with.
The baby was conceived about 8 weeks ago. You got pregnant on the island.
It's Jin's.
She comes to find out that it was Jin's, and she eventually comes clean. She tells him everything.
그리고 내가 어떤 남자였는지도 잘 알아. 내가 당신은
자기 너무 사랑해.
While many wanted to leave the island, one survivor had reason to stay.
Don't mind them. They're all just excited you're here.
Excited?
We've been waiting for you.
Locke is really now on a mission to try to understand the mysteries of this island.
It's beautiful, isn't it? No matter how much time you spend on the island, you just never get tired of this view. We haven't been formally introduced. I'm Richard.
Richard Alpert is the guy behind the guy.
He is an other, a very mysterious figure, and we have seen him in sort of an advisory role.
There's 40 of them. What do you think's gonna happen when you get there?
We saw him visit John Locke when he was a very little kid. The thing about Albert is that he always looks the same in all the different time periods that we've seen him.
When word got back here that there was a man with a broken spine on the plane who could suddenly walk again, well, people here began to get very excited because that could only happen to someone who was extremely special.
John Locke seems to be the guy that the island wants to be leading.
We're looking for someone to remind us that we're here for more important reasons. But Ben doesn't want anyone to think you're special, John.
Ben is told that Locke is going to be replacing him as the leader of the island, and Ben is not happy about this.
You'll understand soon enough that there are consequences to being chosen. Because destiny, John, is a fickle bitch.
With Ben now replaced, Locke's mission as leader was to protect the island at all cost.
Locke has basically destroyed 2 ways in which our survivors might get themselves liberated from this island. He blows up one of the Dharma stations, which is a communications station, and then he blows up the submarine, which is their best chance of getting off the island.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Just when it seemed all hope for rescue was lost, the survivors learned a group on a nearby freighter were trying to reach the island.
Is that like a radio?
Yes. I've never seen equipment this sophisticated.
You can still make it work, right?
I hope so.
With rescue finally a possibility, Locke once again tried to prevent anyone from leaving.
What are you doing, John?
Put the phone down.
Jack is the optimist. He goes, oh, here's our chance. We're going to get off the island.
You're done keeping me on this island.
You're not supposed to do this.
Mikowski. Hello? Who is this?
I'm one of the survivors of Oceanic Flight 815. Can you get a fix on our location?
Hell yeah, we can. Sit tight. right there.